Alright guys, creating another object. This time it's going to be an explosion. Here's what it looks like. It's like that. And I'm going to show you how I created it and animated it, and we're going to use this inside of our game for explosions. Alright, so I'm going to open up a new pixel art project. The size of my canvas is going to be 55 by 55, and I always tell you this, and I always seem to change this canvas sizes midway through, but it's not super important, the size of the canvas. You can choose different sizes for yourself. If you get real extreme, like you change the size of it too much, then it might cause, it just means you have to just shape it different in Godot. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so how I'm going to do this is I'm going to choose a set of colors, like 4 of them, that I think best represent an explosion. So, I mean, if you wanted like a green, like toxic explosion of some sort, you might want to choose some greens, like those right there. That'd be pretty cool. I'm going to just use this 4 right here for like a fiery explosion. So I'm going to start off with just a dot in the center of my screen. So let's find the center. So it should be somewhere around 27, 27, 27, 28, 28. So somewhere right here. I'm going to put it right there. So there's my first explosion dot. Pretty simple. And then I'm going to copy this frame, and I'm going to widen that dot. Copy the frame again and widen it again. Copy the frame, widen it again. Copy the frame, widen it. Copy the frame, widen it. That was too much. Copy the frame, widen it again. Copy the frame, widen it. And I might do it one more time. So this is going to be my last one. For widening it, that is. Alright. So there's my explosion. So there's it ramping up. Now I'm going to take it down. Go in reverse. So I can copy this frame. And this time I am erasing. Erase some of this. Copy this frame and erase some. Copy that frame and erase some of it. Like so. Copy this frame, erase some of it. Copy that frame, erase some of it. Copy frame, erase some. And one more. Alright, now let's see what it looks like. Gets bigger, gets smaller. Gets bigger, smaller. Some of the ones where, I mean, you can go back and like fix some of the frames if you wanted. Like this one, I noticed that it needed a little help in this area here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Anyway. Alright. Now, the next step. go to the first frame, look at it, skip it, go to the next one, and grab one color down. So I started with this one, and I'm grabbing my next color, which is like this orangish one. So now I'm going to repeat the same process that I did, except for this time I'm going to use the pixel size of 1, and there's the center of my explosion. And then I will do it again. Now, one part of this is you can use the letter P for the pencil tool and the B for the bucket. The bucket fills in, so you're going to be going back and forth between P and B to save yourself some time. So I'll push P and I'll draw an outline, and then B to bucket fill it. So P, oops, that's a weird, and then B to bucket fill. P, B, P, oops, B. All right. And then let's do this one. This one. This one. This one. Something like that. And then the last one. I will go ahead and fill that one in. Okay. Now I'm going to do that again. Go to my second one, skip it, and I'm going down another color. So I'm just using those 4 colors. So I'll put one speck in the center, a little bit bigger on the next one, a little bit bigger on the next one. I'm using my PB again for the paint bucket and the drawing. And you can just see what, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just filling in these inside circles so it looks like there was some type of expansion in the center, and then it shrinks down again. And I know it doesn't look wonderful right now, but one thing I've learned about drawing is everything doesn't just, you can't just draw it perfect from the start. You gotta like draw it in phases, so then the picture is like able to develop, and then you just like fine tune and adjust as the picture goes on. So you kind of give yourself like a rough draft kind of deal. All right, and just try and stay consistent. So like maybe on the very last one, maybe I just want to make it smaller and just red. All right, now I'm on my last color, so I'm going to go back, and I'll probably start it off right there. Oh, I might add white in the center, I don't know. Something like that. It's just getting smaller again. And that'll be it for that. Alright. I am gonna grab the white one. And the white one's only gonna appear for a couple frames. Let's put the white in the center here. And that can be that. Alright, let's take a look and see what it looks like now. Color just kind of growing. And you got to remember in Godot, we are able to speed it up and do all kinds of stuff with it. Alright, so that's the main crux of everything. So now I'm going to go back to our drawing and I'm going to use my favorite tool, the Lighten and Darken tool. And I'm just going to darken that. Actually, you know what? I want to darken the outside, so let's do that again. Alright, I'm going to darken the outsides and then lighten the inside 1 or 2 clicks. No, like that. Then I'll go to the next one. This is just the next frame over. I'm going to darken the outside like so. And I will lighten the inside. Darken the outside, lighten the inside. Next frame, darken the outside. That's 1 click of darken. I think I just hit that. I think, dang. Okay, so one thing you want to do is don't click and hold it the whole time, because if you make a mistake, when you do Control Z, you'll erase a whole bunch of work. Where if you're like letting go of your mouse, you only have to lose a little bit of work. Okay, so that was 1 click of darken. I've still got more space, so I'm going to do a second click. And I can use the bucket to help me do that, so I don't have to, yeah. So that's dark. And now I'm going to do darken 1 more time around the inside. So this is, the outside's 2 clicks. This inside part is 1. And then I will lighten with right click on the inside. Like that. And then the orange, darken the outside. Lighten the inside. Alright. Next one. Same process. 1 click, outside, darken. Make sure you're releasing your mouse regularly. Otherwise, you might lose a lot more work than you want to. Like that. Alright, now I'm going to darken the outside again. So I'm going to click it. And I'm going to use my bucket tool. Fill it. And darken. 1 click on the inside. Oops. Oops. See, this is why you want to let go of your mouse regularly. Alright. I'm going to do like 2 more frames. Oops. And I will show you what that's going to look like. Okay, so lighten the inside. So I'm right clicking on the inside part there. I messed up again. Okay, so now darken the inside of the orange. Oops. Darken, 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 darken. Darken, and then there's enough room for 2, so I'll double darken it. So I'll pull in that color, use my bucket tool, and darken it 1 more time. Like that. So now I have 2 different shades on my orange. And I'm going to lighten the inside. And then darken this yellow. There we go. One more frame. One more frame. Because this video can be extremely time consuming. Alright, so outside, 1. And then 2, I'm going to just click again, eyedropper, bucket, darken the outside again one more time. 1 click. So the next layer is just 1 click. Like that. Oops, mistake. And now I will lighten the inside, so right click. I think I missed that part right there. I did too. Alright. And you'll notice I didn't like do every single one. I kind of preserved that middle color. Alright, inside of this one, 1 click so far. I think I'm going to have to end up doing 2 clicks. So that's 1 darken. Come on. Mistakes. Alright, here we go. And right there. Alright, I want another level of dark, so I'm going to click on it. Eyedropper, bucket, bucket. I think D is for the, yeah, D says the hotkey. Alright, so let's do the inside. Like so. Lighten. So I'm lightening this one. I'm okay with that. Looks good. That's got 2, so what I could do is double lighten on this side. And yeah, that looks good. And then darken the inside of this one. Lighten. Okay, I'm stopping right there. Video's getting long again, but let's take a look at these frames that we have. So here we go. So let's, how do I zoom out here? There we go. Preview. All right, so you can see those inside frames, or those first couple of frames that we did, they have the shading, and they look pretty nice. And so you just need to repeat that same process all the way till the end, and you will get something that looks like this. Now, mine has more pixelations on the center, and I'll show you how I did that. So once you get this part done, like to right about there, you take your darken tool and you just click and drag and do like from the outside, from the inside to the outside, like making like circles, like little half moon shapes. So kind of like just darkening it a little bit. And then after you darken it somewhat, you go over it with a lighten tool just a little bit, and that frame looks a little bit different. Same thing again. So I'll darken, 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 and I'm just pulling out from that one inside section. Then after I get that, I will lighten a little bit and call that one done. Then I'll go back one more, and since it's getting smaller, you don't have to do so much, because there's less pixels to work with. So just a couple clicks is what you need on the smaller ones. That one I probably wouldn't even do anything to it. And that's how you get that picture to look like that. Gives it some depth. So if you just think about how we started this, and if you just keep repeating that, you will end up with something like that. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video. You guys have a good day. Make sure you save your frames in your sprites folder. See you later.